Alright guys, so my tomato plant has been dying, and I'm going to show you. Temperatures got really high in the greenhouse, obviously. It's really hot out here, so they're going to just climb. I saw online, I even asked ChatGPT, honestly, and the information that I got was that even though the plant was fruiting, it was fruiting out of stress. This is a stressed plant. So what I did was I just cut back as much as I could when it came to things that were dying, things that were taking up too much energy, and I left like the sucker. That's a sucker right there. So I left the sucker. I did leave a couple of the other leaves, like the bigger leaves, just to see if maybe it might help. Obviously these ones are not helpful. I also did repot it with a different combination of soil. So I used compost, regular soil. I used a little bit of orchid soil. Orchid soil is basically like this, where it's just the big chunks of stuff. So I put that in there for soil drainage, perlite, peat moss, and some bone meal. Mixed it all in there to be able to help the plant come back. And then I water globes. I don't have any water globes, but I did have beer that I don't like. No offense, Pacifico. So I just I dumped the beer out. I know, wasted beer. Don't come for me. I dumped the beer out. I cleaned the bottle out well, and then I just filled it with water and inverted it. The water is, I just did it today, so it's still at the top there. So it seems to be holding well, which is good. I really shoved, like I made sure that I kind of forcefully shoved it in there so that the soil would go up through the neck, so that it would leach out slowly. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna put her in the morning sun, and then I'm gonna put her in the shade during the day. I've debated putting her inside because I've seen that tomato plants like it between like 60 and 85 degrees, and that's definitely not the temperatures out here right now. So we'll see what happens. I just kind of don't want to shock her from going from out here to inside to outside again. So I'm going to see what happens in the next maybe like day or two of me doing the morning sun and then afternoon shade. I'm just trying to save my plant here, guys. So if you have any suggestions, that would be great. Let me know. I'm going to move her back up here now. The strawberries seem to be thriving, so that's great. I'm going to do the same thing with them because they seem to be okay with that too. They seem to be a little bit more hardy than the tomatoes. So morning sun, water, obviously, and then putting them in the shade. But yeah, my poor little tomato. I did take off some of the branches that were still somewhat alive, if you will, and I put them into a water cup inside to see if I can get them to sprout roots, in the hopes that I may be able to get, sorry, I'm doing it again, in the hopes that I may be able to get, maybe another plant or two out of them. I also have a sucker from before that I'm reviving. She is coming back. She likes it better in the house, which is another reason why I'm thinking that maybe I should just bring the plant inside during the afternoon. It just kind of contradicts everything that I've read about tomato plants, but I'm working with what I've got and against my own elements. So sorry, hummingbird, hi baby. So yeah, like I said, if you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. I want to save my plant kids. So that's what's going on with those. Everything else is doing really well. I can do another update on the plants and stuff if you'd like. I will do one on the inside plants because I'm actually very proud of my avocados. So I will do that in another video. Okay, thanks guys.